really gonna fly into that, aren't we?
They say that the rings of Maklu 4 perpetually rain fire down upon the godless abominations that dwell below.
How fun.
I'm sure it's worse than it looks, too.
It is. Many of my people braved this same treacherous pilgrimage before me, never to return.
Mark! Hang on to something!
Show off.
Hey, if you got it...
Stabilizers are shot! Repair systems are overloaded!
If we are destined to crash, try at least to crash into Fin Fang Foom!
Nobody's crashing!
Oh, we're crashing!
These peaks are treacherous, Peter Quill!
I know! I'm doing my best!
Are you?
Fear! Fear!
Stop yelling!
Fear!
Whoa!
Flark!
Just trying to slow us down!
Watch out for the thing, Peter!
Wait, thing!
Pretty sure she means all the things!
Peter!
Watch out for the thing! Yeah, I got it! Coming down hard! Hang on to something! Okay. Oh, a little bumpy, but we're all okay, right? And we're laughing. That's good.
It's perfect! This is us! This is how we park!
Well, this is how Quill parks, anyways.
We were not fated to die this day. Unless, of course, Fin Fang Foom devours us whole.
Hey, whoa, we gotta find him first. Shall we? Oh, this is insane.
This is how we park, yeah. Whoa! That definitely shouldn't be sparking!
We can worry about that after we catch our dragon.
And convince Lady Hellbender to help us bust the church a new one.
Before setting out on our quest, let us rouse our spirits with a Catathian battle anthem.
What? Like now?
You know what? Flark it. Let's do it.
Now, listen closely. Ancient Catathian is a powerful tongue with words that hold great meaning. Follow as I lead the melody. Sotra Jutukluk, Heldagor Morgath, Soltath Flandergath.
Really? We're doing this?
Man, this thing is ugly.
What made you bring that thing onto the ship?
Thought we could use it if we ever need to hide our identity during a job or something.
First of all, a Glarnot mask ain't no identity.
Glarnot, they're that gang from the Planet of the Rain's Emeralds or something, right? Or am I confusing them?
It's diamonds.
Oh, yeah.
And B, there's only 2 jobs I've ever needed a mask. The time me and Groot knocked over a top-secret lab.
Really?
Oh, yeah. The other time was when I borrowed a Glarnot mask and accidentally stole Groot from the Collector.
How'd you accidentally steal Groot?
You have to understand, Quill. I was on the run back then. The war was still raging strong, and them Kree scientists weren't exactly happy I left Half-World. I had to keep a low profile.
By robbing the Collector?
I was broke. And no offense, but the way the Collector plasters his face all over nowhere like he owns the place.
He doesn't own the place.
Someone had to knock him off his stupid Flarkin pedestal. Fact that I was drunk when I did it just makes it funnier.
Is there a bounty out for you that I should know about?
Relax. Anyways, I lifted one of them stupid Glarnot masks from some passed-out jerk at Mantlos, stumbled my way to the Collector's Emporium, put on the mask, flashed some shiny rocks I found, and when his assistant's back was turned, I bonked him on the head.
Oh, you're unbelievable.
I know. It was gravy after that. Once I was sure he was out, I started cleaning out the place. Woke up the next morning on a stolen transport with a bag of loot and Groot. Of course, he was just a baby back then. Barely taller than a weed.
Aw, baby Groot.
I knew right then and there that I had to take care of him. A cage ain't no place for guys like us. We've been partners in crime ever since.
That I believe.
Believe what you want, Quill. Truth is truth.
When did you guys rob a secret lab?
It was before we came after you. This Signog named Wheeler reached out to me and Groot. Wanted us to steal a bioweapon from some research lab in Arago 7. Piece of cake for a crack team like me and Groot.
Wait. And Groot wore a mask for this?
Man, you should have seen him, Quill. Bark naked except for the stupid mask of Thanos. It was fucking hilarious.
Yeah, I bet.
That was until we realized the eggheads on Arago actually hired Wheeler to get us there.
6 out of 10 times it's a trap.
Yup. Turns out they wanted to study us. My implants, Groot's regeneration, super valuable to the right bidder. By the time I realized what was up, they'd got Groot. Locked him in a frickin' cage, Quill. Like an animal.
That's terrible.
Yep, well, joke's on them. We weren't about to be turned into science experiments anytime soon, so I went with Plan B. One explosive charge later, and ba-boom, we were home free.
And the bioweapon?
Sold it back to Wheeler for triple the price.
Nice.
Yep, those were the days.
I'll just put this back. Still can't believe Rocket got grifted by a girl.
At last, the hunt for Fin Fang Foom truly begins.
A monster that big's gonna leave serious marks all over the planet. Shouldn't be too hard to find.
Looking for Foom Poop. Great.
Milano isn't gonna self-destruct or anything while we're gone, right?
How many times do I gotta tell you? The ship probably ain't equipped with self-destruct systems.
I knew this day would come. I was destined to battle the Dragon Lord of Kakaranthara.
Bet you didn't think you'd be fighting him with this team of a-holes.
I did not, but I am thankful fate has granted me this honor.
All right, let's do this.
Shivering titwitches, it's cold.
That's not really how that saying goes.
You want to correct me? Or you want to find Fin Fang Foom and save the galaxy?
I want Fin Fang Foom.
And the galaxy-saving thing, I guess. Assuming Hellbender even goes for this.
Maybe Hellbender will.
Okay, well, I ain't seeing no Foom Poop.
We should look for Catathian hunt markers, testaments to the bravery of those who came before.
By bravery, you mean...
Glorious death.
And what do these hunt markers look like?
Like great stakes planted with honor and service. The legends of raining fire are true.
Any other legends we should know about?
Legends of glorious death.
Well, as long as it's glorious. Anybody else hearing a high-pitched whine?
I just heard it.
Watch out!
We did not didn't come here to be slain by ice and rocks. There is only one noble way to die on Maklu 4, like so many of my people before us.
Someone remind Drax we ain't come here to die!
No one's dying! We're taking Foom alive. We're handing him over to Lady Hellbender alive. And we're getting her to help us take on the Church's armada.
So in this plan of ours, the Armada part is where we die?
Maybe, but definitely not before that.
Go team!
Looks like a dead end.
Glorious!
Gotta admit, kinda love how excited you are about all this.
You know, if this goes right, we'll all have shiny new Foomskin coats, Foomskin pouches. So, we got a way through here or not? What's your visor say, Quill?
Drax, you want a shirt or something?
If I require additional garments, I will skin a beast.
You keep them pig stickers away from me!
I have no need for a loincloth.
All right, Drax, let's channel some of that excitement toward this rock.
I shall pretend it is the head of Fin Fang Foom!
Great! Drax just shattered the skull of the thing we're supposed to capture.
Bye-bye, Galaxy.
You have nothing to fear. They say that his bones cannot be crushed.
Groot says he wants to take it all in. Take your time, buddy. Might be our last chance to take anything in.
Think Foom's in there? If fantasy books taught me anything, it's that dragons love to hang out inside mountains.
Groot wants to know if those books said anything about catching dragons.
I'm sure it had something to do with teamwork and trust.
He can't remember the details because he didn't read the whole thing.
I read a lot of different dragon books, okay? And there was always a mountain, and the good guys always win.
Ain't no one writing a book about us. Anyone else bothered by the cold? Of course you ain't.
I think I see something up ahead!
Does it have big, scary claws? Groot says he heard that Foom once took a millennia-long nap.
Look, my people were here.
Didn't we see these in Drax's memories? When Mantis linked...
That's a lot of brave Catathians.
After Thanos raised Katath, my people were left broken, physically and mentally. Their exodus led many of them here in great numbers.
So how many of these hunters came back?
None.
They were all victims of Fin Fang Foom?
Not victims. They came for the ultimate battle. A truly glorious death.
They came here to find purpose, didn't they? To reach Ultath.
Our talk gone nowhere. You were paying attention.
Of course.
Many would have been traitors or criminals, surely bound for Sarduth. Some were diseased or dying.
Coming all the way out here, wounded and taking on the meanest monsters in the galaxy, they got my respect.
And soon we shall have theirs.
This place has way too many caves and crevices, probably filled with nasty surprises.
Fortunately for us, we travel with the nastiest of all surprises, despite its harmless appearance.
Really? He's talking about me. I'm flattered. I like you too, Drax. You know, the way you move... What? Is that
Okay, team. We can't make quick work of this thing, and we got no right going after Fin Fang Foom.
Well said, Peter Will.
Throw that, Drax! Too bad Foom didn't eat this thing before we got here!
Maybe this isn't part of his hunting grounds!
Anyone else getting major sector pride flashbacks?
We need to teach this freak to roll over!
Cousin here really does need to chill out. Ain't nothing getting through!
Guys, huddle up!
What a blast! I haven't felt this excited since the Galactic War!
Better watch her out there, Quill. She fought on both sides, remember? Whereas me, I don't need to take sides to mow anybody down. I just love making scumbusters go boom!
Okay, I get it. Those creeps out there, fighting them gets the blood pumping.
Oh yeah.
But if you listen to that pumping too hard, your heart takes a dive and the losing starts. Stay on target and we'll make them all go boom. Who's with me?
I am with you, Peter Quill!
Yes!
Feel it!
We really don't have time to mess around like this!
We're moving as fast as we can!
Feel this?
My great strength is underutilized! Ah! We fight in the footsteps of so many of my people!
I just wish they cleared out the beasts a little better!
Take heed!
Yeah, well, the planing isn't gonna make it any warmer!
Carve 'em! Too bad Boom didn't eat this thing before we got here!
Maybe this is part of the ground!
Defeat this beast! You will capture Boom! It is our destiny!
I've never seen Drax so enthusiastic!
Look out! This thing's all shroom and doom!
We need to teach this freak to roll over!
Ha! We fight in the footsteps of so many of my people!
Guess that makes us honorary Cataffians!
Save your ammo! Hit this freak with a special surprise!
It's past time someone got stabbed! I'm on it!
Death has come! The beast's hardened exterior is quite vexing!
This is like an iced up version of Stumpy!
Perhaps it shares the same weakness!
How is he still standing? We really don't have time to mess around like this!
The journey to Fin Fang Foom must be savored! Yes! Now bring on Fin Fang Foom!
Okay, so on a scale of 1 to 10, how much bigger and stronger and scarier is Foom gonna be than the thing we just fought?
10,000.
That's what I figured.
No one said this was gonna be easy, Rocket.
Right, but 10,000 times, Quill, Drax is the literal one, remember?
Obviously, our chances of pulling this off suck. A lot. But what chance does the galaxy have if we don't pull it off?
Exactly. We all saw what the Church is capable of. No matter what this planet throws at us, we're not stopping till we catch Boom and Lady Hellbender's fighting by our side.
What's with all them rectangles?
Monoliths.
Fine, what's with all them monoliths?
It is possible they are ley lines, which may lead us directly to Fin Fang Foom. Fin Fang Foom takes special care of the skulls of those he deems worthy.
I don't want Foom playing with my skull.
He will not. He will nail them to his sacred skull throne.
Why would a dragon have a throne? Is it a metaphor?
No, it is a throne. Made of skulls. Our skulls, if we die well.
Gamora, I'm thinking I can get a pretty good vantage point from the top of this thing.
Okay, just be careful, Peter.
I can see the whole crater from up here. Maybe Foom's not in the mountain after all. Maybe he's down there somewhere.
You tell us!
I mean, if I were a dragon, I definitely want to stop around down there.
Legends do tell of Fin Fang Foom stalking Maku's greatest caldera.
Good enough for me. We can probably work our way around the edge and find a way down.
Foom have picked a warmer planet to call home?
Perhaps the endless magma ocean of Corberus 6.
Or the perpetual razor glass storms of Celestai Prime.
All right. It could have been worse.
Need some blade work here.
Cutting right up! Flark and Hala!
Whoa. Get a load of them claw marks.
They've got to be Foom's, right?
He's even bigger than his legend.
So, yeah. When we find him, let's avoid the claws.
Thanos would have loved this planet.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we need to cross here, too. Just not sure how.
Looks like there might be a ledge hiding under all those rocks on the other side.
Okay. I'm thinking this is step one of a multi-step solution to get across this chasm.
All right, and what are the next steps?
Still working on that part.
I once heard that Fin Fang Foom is the runt of the litter. He's even got one brother that's way bigger than him.
I could clear the rubble from that ledge, Peter Quill. I just need something to throw.
How about Quill? Come on, it's not so bad.
His fleshy frame would make a poor instrument of demolition.
Thanos once told me about a planet he found ravaged by Fin Fang Foom.
I once heard that Fin Fang Foom is the runt of the litter. He's even got one brother that's way bigger than him.
I've never heard this story.
We never heard about Bing Bang Boom? The colossal beast of Kakaranaraka? Makarantula?
Nonsense.
Final step, Drax. If we can topple some of those rocks, we got ourselves a path.
Glorious!
I swear, I've never seen you in such a good mood.
Because you have never seen me on the Great Hunt before.
What about our quarantine zone mission?
Drax, I know you've been waiting for this a long time. Enjoy it, man.
Thank you, Peter Quill. I must admit that with everything that has happened, I need this.
Yeah, well, maybe if we'd listened to you from the start and just gone after Foom.
Then we'd probably be dead. We so weren't ready before.
I was born ready.
This place has way too many caves and crevices.
Everyone get ready. There's something up ahead.
I'm pretty sure it sees us, whatever it is.
Great. More foam food to deal with.
Do not underestimate anything that survives the perils of this planet.
Good advice.
Quill, watch it!
The rest of you should think of this as a warm-up for Fin Fang Foom!
Yeah, well, I don't feel no warmer. Yeah, well, what have I told you about always bringing a scarf? Hope none of the meteors fall on us right now.
Let's focus on one problem at a time! Get ready!
At this rate, I'm worried we won't have time to save Nikki!
Capturing Fin Fang Foom will take time, Peter Quill! It cannot be run! I, for one, am ready for you, Fin Fang Foom!
Yell a little louder. Maybe he'll come to us.
And the hunt for Fin Fang Foom continues.
Okay, let's just think things through a moment.
Since when is that a thing we do?
What if we're too late? What if Raker finishes what he started and the ritual...
Then we're doing all of this for nothing.
Not for nothing. If our final act is to challenge Fin Fang Foom, it will be an honorable final act.
I don't do final acts. I'm a survivor.
Let us hope we are not too late.
All right, let's figure out a way to get through here. We're in a rush, apparently.
Let's just say we do catch Fin Fang Foom.
That should do it. One step closer. I hope. There. See? More ominous peaks.
This planet's starting to give me the creeps. I keep thinking Foom's gonna claw us from behind.
Fin Fang Foom is a legendary beast. Legendary beasts do not claw from behind.
Maybe not, but smart ones do.
If we fall this day, know that it is said Fin Fang Foom takes special care of the skulls of those he deems worthy.
I don't want Foom playing with my skull.
He will not. He will nail them to his sacred skull throne.
Why would a dragon have a throne? Is it a metaphor?
No, it is a throne, made of skulls. Our skulls, if we die well.
Way too close.
They say that Fin Fang Foom uses the planet's treacherous surface to test would-be adversaries.
It's Lady Hellbender legends all over again.
Well played, Kakarantara.
Careful! That's deadly gas.
How do you know?
Hello? She's out.
Cowardly. I want full credit for the kill.
Wait. Rocket, are you neck deep in water?
We're about to stare down a legendary dragon with the fate of the entire galaxy at stake. I ain't gonna hold us up.
Wow. I'm impressed. You really conquered your fear.
Yeah, well, it ain't about me.
I've got just the Drax for this.
With ease!
Instead of giving her Foom any chance Lady H might settle for a few of these, whatever they are. Didn't think so.
Their numbers do not concern me! Fresh monsters arrive for us to strike! Keep the breathing room, Groot!
thing?
The less I have to touch him, the better!
Sotrajutukluk, Heldago Magath, Soltan Frandergath.
Anyone ever tell you, you got an enchanting voice?
Thanks, Groot. Loving the initiative.
Sotrajutukluk. Sotrajutukluk, Heldagor Morgath, Soltan Flandergath. Pelmafin Sardut, Judkain Ageltau.
This is definitely in Drax's wheelhouse.
Pelmafin Sardut, Judkain Ageltau. Gothan Kogalmak. Sotrajutukluk, Heldagor Morgath, Soltan Flandergath.
Nice! Who won't know what hit him?
You will be more resilient than a boulder, Peter Quill.
I know. I'm just trying to be positive.
Why?
I think it's a team-building thing.
We require no further team building.
Honestly, after everything we've been through,
This place is crumbling all around us!
Gagonatol, Olmalki Ultath, Gathen Koga.
Careful!
sharp! Very, very sharp!
This is nothing compared to the legendary teeth and claws of Fin Fang Foom.
You know, I'm gonna be really disappointed if he doesn't live up to all the hype.
Assuming we live that long.
Peter, look! There's smoke ahead.
Think it's Foom?
More likely it's people.
Great. Maybe they'll know where he is.
Or they'll attack us on sight. I could probably infiltrate the camp, look for weak links, make an example of the right person, bleed them out in front of their crew. The shock of it will cause confusion or maybe even surrender, and we carve through the rest.
Hey, is everything okay? We didn't really talk after your,
The killing my sister thing?
yeah, and other tangential topics.
I'm fine. Ish.
Okay.
Peter, there's a good chance Nikki's already lost.
No, I don't accept that.
And if she is, I know I'll be the one expected to make the hard call.
She's my daughter.
But I'm the killer. We both know that.
It's not gonna come to that.
And if it does? If it's a choice between her and literally everything else, Peter, you'd do anything for someone you care about. And we both know that
We both know that you would as well. Which is why you're exactly who I need to bring my girl home. Alive.
I hope you're right.
Pelmafin Sardut, Judkain Ageltau, Gothen Kogalmak.
Boom! It's Boom!
Yes!
Or
Going, keep
just
going.
one huge Larkin rock! Fast! Yeah, Ominous is right! Groot says to put on your sliding pants. Looks like the only way down. That's a lot of death
It's a good thing my skin is so resistant!
Hello? We're looking for Fin Fang Foom. You seen him? Big wings, nasty teeth.
Purple shorts.
What do you mean, purple shorts?
What, I heard he wears purple shorts.
Ancient legends do tell of such a thing.
See?
That's gonna hit us!
There ain't no way through!
Follow me!
Into a wall!
Trust me! Oh, yeah. I like this one.
Let's see those things in action.
I'm on it.
I swear, Quill, you get all the fun toys. Melt that one, too. Good thing that rock tried to murder us, or we'd have never got Quill's sweet new power. And that one.
Fortune smiles upon us this day, my friends.
We just almost got crushed by a giant meteor.
Indeed. Almost.
He's got you there.
At least it ain't quite as cold in this cave.
You're the one with fur. Groot's practically naked.
Groot don't get cold, but he's a big baby in the heat. Hey, we're all flammable. I am so jealous right now, Quill.
You should be.
How did you know your guns would work back there?
They've saved us 3 times already.
I mean, how did you know they'd melt that ice wall?
Oh, I didn't.
So we could have just as easily died horribly.
What is that?
Come on, Rocket. We got past your fear of water.
That ain't water.
Ugh!
Well, does it burn?
It's so gloopy.
How do we get across this gunk?
I can't jump. It's like this magic mud stuff I used to make as a kid.
There is nothing magical about mud.
You haven't been to the spa in Contraxia.
I have not.
You don't really strike me as the spa type.
Like I said, magical. If we can find something to stand on, maybe we can walk across.
Or better facilitate our leap.
Or that.
Step Step aside, mortals, and allow the Meltonator to do his mighty work.
That's a terrible name.
Huh? Got a better one?
Petey Hotguns.
No!
Captain Fireball.
Not even a fireball. It's more like a heat glob.
Captain Heat Glob.
Nope, no. Can you give me another ride, Groot? Here's good.
What the flark?
It might be his name. Maybe he's trying to communicate.
Please don't.
Star-Lord! See? Star-Lord! Is it just me, or did he sound a little irritated?
No, there was definitely hatred in that voice.
Ha! Always the charmer, Quill. Check out these pointy trees.
Don't check them out too closely.
Groot says watch out for those plants with all the holes on top.
I imagined Foom would sense our arrival and rush to face us. Pointed.
Maybe he's...
Look, Quill, it's your new best bud.
I'd say communication has failed.
Another up there.
No doubt these beasts serve as sustenance for food.
As long as we ain't what feeds them.
Looks like they've evolved to survive these
Send it their way,
conditions.
Drax!
Their eyes breathing next room! A good fight warms the blood!
Added bonus of having these bombs.
Lock and load, Rocket!
We're fast for something so big.
Not fast enough.
Why can't we ever just meet a nice local?
What can I say, Quill? You bring it out in people. Don't expect
say much more than Wendigo!
They remind me of the abominable snowman!
Feel free to take them back to your planet! Find another snack, buddy!
You can't eat if you don't have a head!
Hey, Quill! Wanna see some fireworks? Yo! No wonder they're grumpy, living on this hunk of ice!
Maybe this is what will become if we stay! Set him free!
What is next, Peter Quill?
Why can't we ever just meet a nice local?
Perhaps they are more amenable to time.
Danger close, Rocket!
They're fast for something so big!
Not fast enough! Find another snack, buddy!
I think they just want to play! You know, to death!
I am not accustomed to being vulnerable.
Barely a flesh wound! You'll be fine!
Wendigo, go home! Get it?
Clever wordplay, Peter Quill.
Let's see that sword! It reminds me of the abominable snowman!
Feel free to take them back to your planet!
I am primed to destroy!
Been too long since I blew something up! Duck!
They're fast for something so big!
You can't borrow my jet boots!
No wonder they're grumpy, living on this hunk of ice!
Are you kidding? This is me before coffee! I'm ready! Find me an opening!
Move away, Rocket!
Looks like they've evolved to survive these conditions!
Well, I hope they like dying in them!
Wendigo, go home! Get it? Okay, I'm done playing with the snow monkeys.
Wendigo.
Is that really what we're calling them?
Hey, they're the ones who keep yelling Wendigo. See?
Sounds like we haven't seen the last of them.
They say Fin Fang Foom is a foe unlike any one could imagine.
I mean, he's basically a dragon from the fairy tales on Earth. Maybe Hellbender will want to add some of those Wendigo to her army.
Assuming they don't hold a grudge.
Hey, they started it.
So much for not holding a grudge!
Quit trying to make friends! It's not Quill! What do you think, Quill? They still just tried to communicate!
Heads up!
They just herd us into their zoo?
Looks more like the dinner plate!
Well, let's make sure we don't end up on the menu.
Brace yourself!
Guys, huddle up!
What are we waiting for? These blades are thirsty!
Mine too! I want to run in there right now and do some serious damage, Peter!
I don't care about the odds. I laugh in the face of gods.
The odds don't seem that bad to me.
The point is, I don't back down, and I know you don't either. Who's with me?
That's
Way to read
So
the
much
tea,
for
Vader.
leadership.
It's a breathing room, Groot! Yes! Bring me more!
Drax is on a murder rate, and I ain't complaining.
Watch your back! This is a bad tactical position!
Is there a good one when it comes to these things? These things even die weird.
Don't know what it was, but I'm glad it's dead! Drax, toss it!
This has got my name on it!
It's a breathing room, Groot! Move it!
Kill it with fire!
Don't know what it was, but I'm glad it's dead!
I hope we squash some of these larkers when we crash!
Maybe that's why they hate us! Can we kill any faster? Clark is cold!
Tell that to them!
I see it! Weeding my own
Right
blood!
in the nards!
Thank Will! Their appearance is grotesque!
Stars!
It's like the whole planet came out to play!
Not all! We still lack the most important guest of all!
Punch it, Drax! My butt still hurts from that slide!
Are you sure you have not been bitten on the butthole?
Was scary! Emphasis on was! Yeah, I think they hold a bit of a grudge.
Hold fast!
This is a bad tactical position!
We were kind of in a hurry! Drax! Kick their butts!
Can we kill any faster? Clark is cold!
Understood! I shall kill with haste!
You guys get a load of that thing?
Perhaps these creatures are once spacefaring! Incoming! I am wounded!
Might want to check on that, Peter! Barely a flesh wound. You'll be fine.
My dino is underutilized!
We're gonna find that Clark who was hucking rocks at us.
Let us return the favor!
You can admire him later. Squawk up!
It's like the whole planet came out to play!
Let him come. I got bombs for all.
Rocket!
reminds me of our monster hunt in the prohibited area.
Yeah, you'd think we just turned on a thumper.
Can we kill any faster? It's dark and cold!
We really should have trusted Lairs.
I hope we squash some of these markers when we crash.
Too bad we didn't get more of them.
You can admire him later. Squash up. What's next, Peter?
Do your thing, Drax! It's like the whole planet came out to play.
Let him come. I got bombs for all.
We killed their leader. They should leave us alone now.
Or seek revenge.
Think that wreck is the camp we saw?
Nah, this thing has been here for ages. Look, the smoke's coming from the other side of it.
We're close, but we're gonna need to get up there.
Oh, please. It's probably the least dangerous thing on this planet. It's just a big hunk of scrap.
I'm not seeing a way up there. At least not for all of us.
We all succeed or none succeed.
Maybe there's something up there that'll help? Hey, Quill. Groot says this thing should hold you if you want to live.
All right, Groot, give me a boost. About yay high.
Yay is not a unit of measurement.
Groot knows what he means.
Huh.
We'd better not get stranded out here. This cold is deadly.
What do you see, Peter?
Rocket's right. The smoke's coming from the other side, but we gotta clear the way. All right, heads up. I'm gonna drop something down for you guys. Look out below!
Ha! That'll work.
You think those creatures were using this ship for shelter?
Screw them. They're dead.
Here, give me a hand.
We should be ready. We don't know the source of that smoke. Could be more hostiles.
Maybe it's just a nice warm fire and some Sikaran spirits.
No doubt it's something that'll try to kill us. This place is like a funhouse of razor blades.
Great speech.
But I'm not worried. We faced meteors, poison Zit cats, and abominable snowmen.
Wendigo.
Right. And we beat them all. I'd back this team against anything.
Including Fin Fang Foom.
Right. Except not. Because we're not killing him.
Whatever it is, it smells...
Bodies. It smells of bodies.
Jeez. Was all this Foom?
Undoubtedly.
Up ahead. Looks like there's a survivor.
Who goes there?
No head. She has no head.
I believe that repulsive tentacle orb is her head.
And I can hear you with it.
Are you the only survivor?
Clearly not. Who are you, meat sacks?
We're here for Foom.
Forget what I said. Yeah, I'm the only survivor. Or will be.
I take it you know where we can find him?
Sure. Digesting my men back at his roost. big ice obelisk sticking out of the caldera's frozen sea.
Don't worry, we'll take care of Foom.
Sure you will, Terran. Just don't come running back here when he chases you. Still got some things to pack up.
You gonna be okay?
I don't need your pity, Terran. I'll head back to Contraxia and lick my wounds.
Ooh, hey, you may not want to do that. Contraxia isn't exactly safe right now.
When is it ever?
Seriously, maybe you should just come with us.
I've been embarrassed enough today without taking help from a stranger. I can look after myself.
Well, if you hear people talking about a promise with a matriarch, just steer clear.
I'll keep that in mind.
Sorry about your men.
Dead men collect no paychecks. Speaking of, aren't you the Mad Titan's daughter?
What of it?
Relax, I'm not looking for trouble. There was a time I'd have taken you in for the bounty.
There was a time I'd have killed you for trying.
Yeah, seems we've both got bigger problems right now.
Seems like.
Hey, we're lucky we dragged our dudes. If we'd been here, we would have been torched like the rest of these sims.
Perhaps had we arrived sooner, we would have been able to save them.
Are you kidding? Look at this place. They clearly got caught with their pants down. It was over before it started. Finders keepers.
Hey, you better not be taking anything valuable, you little weasel.
Relax! Everything good's already been burnt to a crisp.
Another hunt marker?
This one is unclaimed. No doubt it belonged to one of these corpses.
Guess they never got the chance to plan it.
They've appropriated it for our own use, to herald our bravery this day. It shall mark our ultimate conquest, or our glorious defeat.
Foom may be bad news, but he's nothing compared to the fight that comes next.
It shall mark our penultimate conquest.
One conquest at a time.
Don't take this the wrong way, but how did you survive the attack?
I wasn't hiding, if that's what you mean.
It wasn't.
I was getting supplies from our ship. Showed up just in time to see Foom devour the last of my men and fly off.
At least there's not much left to pack up.
Suppose there's that.
Big ice thingy on the frozen sea, eh?
I agree to.
You said it, buddy. Sure is a long way down.
Any advice on taking down Foom?
Yeah, don't try.
Any of you corpses mind if I help myself to your stuff? No? Well, thank you.
May as well put it to good use, right?
They ain't using it. Here's hoping we do better against Foom than this lot.
All right, people. Let's catch us a dragon.
Yes, we grow ever closer to our great destiny.
You're awful chipper, considering Foom obliterated that camp like it was nothing.
We are not nothing.
I'm with Drax. No mountain too high, no valley too low.
Literally, in the case of this place.
I'm getting too old for this.
How old are you?
Old enough.
You won't say? That old?
Whoa! Take heed! The ice is amplifying our velocity!
This is how I die! Have you lost your fork and mind?
Come on! If you forget it's incredibly dangerous, it's actually kind of fun!
Indeed! Let us meet our death communes!
Larkin!
Well, that takes care of the getting down part.
I don't even want to think about how we're gonna get back up. Or how we're gonna get Foom up there.
Look on the bright side. We may be dead.
Back on Earth, people would use dog sleds. A whole line of huskies pulling a sled across the ice.
Don't expect me to be the dog.
I was actually thinking of the Wendigo, and Foom is the sled.
That's the craziest idea I've ever heard.
Yeah. I love it. Too bad that camp didn't have nothing useful, like a can of anti-foam spray.
Perhaps a copy of Fighting Fin Fang Foom, Volume 3, Dragon Slaying Techniques and Strategies.
Somebody actually wrote that?
No! I invented an imaginary book with an exceptionally verbose title in order to create levity.
Excellent levity, Drax.
Ooh, I didn't think it could get any colder.
You know, it's days like these I'm glad I installed seat warmers in the Milano.
Up ahead, there's the ice obelisk.
This must be it, the frozen sea.
This is the perfect spot. Here we will challenge the great beast. Fin Fang Foom! Come and face your death!
What are you doing? We can't get the drop on him if he knows we're here.
Also, we're not killing him, remember?
Shout with me. Here we demonstrate our mettle!
Fin Fang Foom! Your end draws near!
Nope, not his end.
Your Quill, go!
Fin Fang Foom, it's nap time!
Rocket, it's your turn!
Did he just say my real name?
Rocket!
Fin Fang Foom! We're gonna decomboggle your flunking scut spigots! You hear me?
He hears you!
You scaly, overgrown gordlesplode! You fessed lump of Satarkian shrub meat! You don't scare us!
It feels good, does it not?
Yeah! Yeah! It actually does!
Now, we disrobe!
Yeah, we're not doing that.
Any last Foom stories, Drax?
They say the great beast has one weakness.
You're telling us now.
It's said that Fin Fang Foom is helpless before the friendship of 5 brave warriors.
Aw, he's talking about us.
Certainly not. It is a band of Sakaran hunters.
Oh.
Ha! Of course it is us of whom I speak.
Just through here. Be ready for anything.
That is technically impossible. My blood thickens in anticipation of our great combat.
Gross.
Of course he means literally. It's Drax.
Naturally, Tathian anatomy is built for combat, down to the cellular level.
So, where is he?
Maybe we spooked him.
Impossible. Foom was born without fear.
You don't know that.
In the cold heart of a dying star.
Dying stars ain't cold.
This one was.
You think his lair's behind that?
Let's find out.
supposed to capture that?
By beating him into submission.
We're gonna have to get through that ice armor first!
Prepare yourself. You face Captain Heatclaw.
Watch the claws!
Watch the everything!
Not so invincible after all! Yeah, bust up the other people!
Guys, huddle up!
What a bunch of losers! Me and Groot, we win this in our sleep.
Thanos used to time me in fights like this just to make it interesting.
They are no match for these blades, Peter Quill.
All right, listen. This isn't our first rodeo, guys. Problem is, if we play it cocky, one little mistake is gonna bring us down. So let's get back out there, give this fight complete dedication, and make them scream. Who's with me?
Wise words, Peter
Can't
Quill.
wait to take him down!
Let me in!
His rage rains down!
He's friggin' huge!
Indeed! This is even better than I had hoped!
I don't think he's gonna come quietly!
Oh, I got just the thing to set him up!
That's two!
You are the Bane of Ice, Peter Quill!
See? Bane of Ice isn't such a bad nickname!
Pass!
Hope Hellbender appreciates we're going to all this trouble!
Who wouldn't want a giant dragon?
Boom, baby! How you like us now?
His opinion does not appear to have improved.
One to go!
Don't get burned!
Ha-ha! He is as great as the tales foretold!
Great ain't exactly the word I'd use! Look out!
Nice, Boom! Easy, Boom!
He's not a pet, Peter! Nice work, Peter!
Not so hot now, are you, Boom?
Bring it, you overgrown lizard!
Looks like he just did! Run! That was too close!
Good thinking! Muscles! Get through the head! He thinks you two can refund that rock right into Boom's face! Quick! Before Boom figures it out!
Yes! Good work, everyone!
Look out below!
Suppose we had sold Boom as I originally suggested.
Okay, Drax! You get to pick our next money-making scheme!
Let's hurry this up! I'm getting cold!
And you are not fighting hard enough, Rocket!
Come on, Boom! You'll like Sector 9!
He'd have gotten along with that giant squid if we hadn't cut it in half!
Ah! Glorious rain of fire!
Watch out for him! Well, everything!
Rain and ice, Aurora! Oh, come on! More fire?
Past time someone got stabbed!
What is next, Peter Quill?
I got all these toys I'm just dying to use!
Hope this makes you swear with Hellbender!
You would do well to use her full title in her presence!
Don't get burned!
Do not get eaten, Peter Quill!
The
his attention I crave!
Time to grow, Groot!
Doesn't look like he's gonna make it easy on us!
This beast is most dangerous when at its most desperate. We must not fail! You're ready! Let's fight fire with fire! Let her loose! Yes! We stand triumphant! Vroom has fallen.
Hold on! No, wait, no! No! Lady Hellbender! Drax, stop! Guys! Wait, guys, don't! Lady Hellbender, we want to...
Nobody escapes my wrath, floorboard.
Monster Queen of Seknarf 9, you said you'd hear him out. Promised.
Speak. I hope this is the one where you make a good speech.
We screwed up. We conned you. Robbed you. Killed your... baby. We can't take back what we've done. But we want to make it right.
Quill.
You murdered the Dragon Lord of Kakarandara! Ah!
This is new.
Fate has finally brought the two of us together. Lord Foom.
The final harvest begins. Dead worlds, screaming across space. We must go. Now.
Someone needs to take a stand against the church. We could really use some help.
You pay one debt, then create another.
No, though I can kind of see...
Enough. I will gather my forces.
All right, let's go.
Yes! The noble Lady Hellbender shall fight alongside us this day. After we bested Foom the Invincible.
I think we found Drax's peanut butter and chocolate.
We are on the path to destiny, my friends.
I still can't believe we did it. We did do it, right?
We sure did, and we got Mantis back.
But we lost Warlock, and we'll need him to exercise the Magus once we shut down that ritual.
So we bust him out of cult prison. I've done jailbreaks before, we all have.
We still tracking him?
Oh yeah, that thing ain't coming out easy.
Good. Then all we gotta do is get there on time and hope Lady Hellbender does too.
She will. I'm certain of it.
All right. Let's gear up, people. Tie up any loose ends. Take a pee if you have to, because we're not stopping again.
Hey, Quill. Let me borrow your tunes.
Why?
I need to focus. Come on.
Do not drop that.
Mantis? What happened on Lamentis after we left? Last time we saw you, things looked dire.
It's a long story. We can talk about it after you do like Starguy says and use the bathroom.
I don't need to.
Alright, but don't say I didn't warn you in church Grandpa makes you do faith crunches.
Wait, Raker's gonna do what?
It depends. But at some point, someone says my name, and then there's a little bit of pee.
Great. I did not want to know that.
Oh yeah, little fuzzy. Maybe the little bit of pee is you.
Nope.
Aw, she says thank you for getting rid of Aiden Warsock. Apparently she likes me better.
Adam Warlock?
Yeah, him. She thinks in bleats. It translates weird.
Hey, Rocket. Working on something?
I'm always working on something.
You're not listening to my tunes?
No, you turned the music on.
Then can I have my player back?
Why? You already got music playing.
Right. So you don't need the player to focus anymore.
You might turn it off.
Yeah, but...
What part of I need to focus don't you get, Quill?
What do you need to focus on so badly anyway?
Something that might give us a way to get through the Armada around Sacrosanct. Just in case Lady Skullsuit doesn't show up in time.
Nice. What is it?
You'll see.
Good thinking. Get the watering sorted out before we go.
I am Groot.
He looks so sad, swishing around in his robes.
What'd he say?
Groot wants to water the Grand Unifier.
Oh, right.
The soaked unifier?
The Grand Humidity!
Gamora Zanhubari, you wish to practice hand-to-hand techniques.
It's still weird when you say my actual name.
I am getting used to it.
We've come a long way since Murderous Sorceress. Wasn't it what you were calling me back on my first mission with the team?
Yes. At first I believed you had bewitched Peter Quill. I could see no other reason he would hire an assassin for a protection contract.
Really? No other reason than magic?
You could also have seduced him. He lacks mental fortitude in the presence of women.
True. If I remember right, he spent most of that protection contract flirting with the waitresses.
Now that's a knife.
It is indeed a spectacular blade.
Drax! Hey, I was just...
There is no need to explain yourself, Peter Quill. Unlike the rodent, I do not mind when others are curious about my things.
It's a really cool blade.
With an equally impressive history.
You recognize it?
It belonged to Zatar the Unfinished. a great Catathian warrior king who led the first pilgrimage to Maklu 4.
Wait. So you're saying this is basically Excalibur?
I am unfamiliar with such a weapon.
It's a mythical sword belonging to a famous Earth King.
Then yes, I suppose you could say this is the Excalibur of my people. It is a symbol of a king and the great hunt he inspired for those seeking to regain a place in Ul'Tath.
So, this great hunt thing seems like a bigger deal than I thought. Did we mess it up for everyone by capturing Fin Fang Foom?
What do you mean?
Well, its purpose is to regain entry into Catathian heaven and stuff, and now there's no Foom to, you know, send you there.
Peter Quill. There are many paths to Ul'Tath. The pilgrimage to Maklu 4 is but one of them.
Right.
When Thanos murdered my family and destroyed my village, twice I chose the path of revenge. First I raised a small army of Catathian warriors. Even outnumbered, we cut our way through the Chitauri line and challenged Thanos himself.
Wait. On Katath, you faced Thanos twice during the Galactic War?
Yes. But I was not strong enough the first time.
Strong enough to survive?
Thanos allowed me and a few others to live, to set an example. Defeated and humiliated, the surviving members of my squad chose to make the pilgrimage to Maklu 4. But I could not. I continued to walk the path of revenge. Until you helped me put the ghosts of Hovat and Kamaria to rest.
To be fair, I had a lot of help.
And yet you have given me a new purpose, Peter Quill. Seems my destiny was not in the mountains of Kakaranthara after all, but here, on this ship, with you.
Zatar sounds like a hero of yours.
King Zatar. And he is. Every Catathian warrior knows the story of his pilgrimage to Maklu 4.
Why is he called Zatar the Unfinished, then?
In the history of my people, a rival king attacked Zatar's lands, easily overwhelming his forces. Captured and broken, Zatar challenged the rival king to a fight to the death, but the conqueror refused, banishing him to a life of dishonor and disgrace instead. So King Zatar went to Maklu 4 to challenge the mighty Fin Fang Foom and change his destiny.
Well, that's depressing.
How is it depressing?
Because he obviously failed. Fin Fang Foom's still alive and kicking, mostly.
He did not fail, Peter Quill. King Zatar did not vanquish Fin Fang Foom, it is true. But he did redeem himself in the eyes of his people.
By dying? Not exactly a happy ending.
By never giving up. A warrior only truly dies when he stops living. King Zatar proved that our stories, the records of who we were in life, are ours to shape. He could have died a coward who lost his place in Ul'Tath, or he could do what I and many of my people believe he did. Change the ending of his story.
Well, I'm glad you're here with us now. I can't guarantee where our path will take us, but hopefully somewhere with lots of money and comfort.
I do not have a doubt in my heart, Peter Quill, that we will have moderate success.
I'll accept moderate.
In retrospect, our team was eclectic on that first mission. Peter Quill, spar with me.
I think I'll pass, Drax. If those moves are really gonna impress Lady Hellbender.
I do not need to impress her. Besting the great Fin Fang Foom is proof enough of my combat skills.
Yeah, that would do it.
I'm not sure Lady Hellbender was really impressed with how we handled that fight. You know, since we accidentally killed that dragon before Groot revived him.
Would you not be impressed by a man slaying a dragon?
Maybe if he does it without my help.
Raker's going down this time, Gamora. I promise you.
And I promise you, I'm getting Nikki out of there. No matter what.
We will get her out.
Together.
Together.
Hey, Bug Lady, you see anything about this mission we should know about?
I don't see much. Or rather, I see too much. So many realities converging.
Does Lady Hellbender ever stand us up?
Only in a few versions. Usually when Star Guy does a bad speech. Oh, and also in one version where he grabs her butt.
Oh, cute. That's from Maklu, right? Better not make toxic spores like those big ones in the forest. Wonder what would have happened if we hadn't hidden Cammy in there. No way we could have escaped after Drax locked us in.
You're overwatering, Sir Groot.
Yeah, leave him alone. I tinker when I'm stressed, Groot waters, Gamora meditates, etc.
When I'm stressed, I concentrate real hard, and sometimes I can see the birth of the universe. First, there's only one reality, and then, bam, all reality.
That's kinda cool.
Mantis! I've got so many questions.
I know, and I've got so many answers, like, seize the means of production, or it's not just a rash, or yes, it is gluten-free.
Not the answers I was looking for, but now I'm wondering about the questions.
What questions?
Happened on Lamentis after we left. You said some people would survive, but that doesn't fare super well for the others.
Many of the elders died. They didn't resist the invasion, but they would never accept the promise. It isn't their way.
I'm sorry.
Don't be. Their sacrifice bought time for me and the Kotati to hide most of the others. They will emerge when the galaxy is saved.
So you were able to hide them in the caves. Hope you told them to stay away from the fog. How did you convince Lady Hellbender to meet us on Maklu 4? You weren't even with us when we decided to go.
Actually, convincing her to go after you wasn't hard at all. But convincing her to hear you out? Whew, that was tough. I had to get all creepy mystical and spook her with warnings about what would happen otherwise.
You told her about the end of the universe, and she believed you?
Oh, no, not at first. But when I brought up all her precious monsters dying, she came around. Couldn't take that chance with her babies, you know?
Well, I'm glad to have you with us.
Oh, good, because you're not always glad.
Why not?
Well, sometimes I'm your ex-wife.
What?
I think she's pulling your leg, Quill.
It only ever happens the one time, but it's so funny.
So, Bug Girl, how come you can understand Groot so well? You've only known him a few cycles.
Telenesin is a common language in some realities. The Chitauri don't always blow up Planet X.
I am Groot.
Yep. There's a dimension where I learned to speak it from a very aggressive compost vendor on Nowhere.
Groot loves compost.
No, not like that.
What is it?
Your angle of attack was off. You have to go at it from the inside out, especially since Raker's body armor has inward folds.
A tactically sound observation.
I noticed it made a big difference when I had to assassinate Mantis. What happened on Lamentis after we left? Last time we saw you, things looked dire.
It's a long story. We can talk about it after you do like Star Guy says and use the bathroom.
I don't need to.
All right, but don't say I didn't warn you in church Grandpa makes you do faith crunches.
Wait, Raker's gonna do what?
It depends. But at some point, someone says my name, and then there's a little bit of pee.
Great. I did not want to know that.
I am Groot.
Oh yeah, little fuzzy. Maybe the little bit of pee is you.
Nope.
Mantis! I've got so many questions.
I know, and I've got so many answers, like, seize the means of production, or it's not just a rash, or yes, it is gluten-free.
not the answers I was looking for, but now I'm wondering about the questions.
What questions?
What happened on Lamentis after we left? You said some people would survive, but that doesn't fare super well for the others.
Many of the elders died. They didn't resist the invasion, but they would never accept the promise. It isn't their way.
I'm sorry.
Don't be. Their sacrifice bought time for me and the Kotati to hide most of the others. They will emerge when the galaxy is saved.
So you were able to hide them in the caves. Hope you told them to stay away from the fog. How did you convince Lady Hellbender to meet us on Maklu 4? You weren't even with us when we decided to go.
Actually, convincing her to go after you wasn't hard at all. But convincing her to hear you out? Whew, that was tough. I had to get all creepy mystical and spook her with warnings about what would happen otherwise.
You told her about the end of the universe, and she believed you?
Oh, no, not at first. But when I brought up all her precious monsters dying, she came around. Couldn't take that chance with her babies, you know?
Well, I'm glad to have you with us.
Oh, good, because you're not always glad.
Why not?
Well, sometimes I'm your ex-wife.
What?
I think she's pulling your leg, Quill.
It only ever happens the one time, but it's so funny. Aw, she says thank you for getting rid of Aiden Warsock. Apparently she likes me better.
Adam Warlock?
Yeah, him. She thinks him bleats. It translates weird. I don't know what it is, but this you really likes closing fridges.
The door keeps opening, so I close it.
But it's broken. I mean, it's always broken. It's a universal constant.
Huh, more you know.
Alright, not stopping again. Did I forget something?
You do in most realities.
Good thinking. Get the watering sorted out before we go.
I am Groot. I am Groot.
He looks so sad, swishing around in his robes.
What'd he say?
Groot wants to water the Grand Unifier.
Oh, right.
The soaked unifier!
The Grand Humidity!
I am Groot.
As long as it's not a bomb. Baby Groot. Bet he was adorable.
Nice move there, Drax.
If I put my weight on my left foot, I have much better control over my right hook.
People always underestimate proper footing technique.
While focusing on the upper body alone is the mark of an amateur.
Exactly. Weight distribution is crucial, especially with melee weapons.
On Morgoth's breath, you are correct!
You didn't deserve to be lied to by Thanos. All right. Let the waves of calm wash over me. And go. Oh, Gamora!
Since when do you meditate?
I don't, but desperate times and all. Stuff's been a lot lately.
I get it. How the help me do I get it?
So, how do you use this then? In case, Rocket asks.
Well, for one, it isn't about just holding it. You also need a comfortable place to sit, where you can be relaxed but alert, and focus on your breathing. Then you practice. A lot.
Yeah, that sounds like a lot more work than I was hoping for.
Anything worth doing tends to be.
So how do you do it?
Focus was something Thanos beat into us early on. But it wasn't until I lived with the priests of Palma that I realized how limited his version of meditation really was.
I can't picture Thanos meditating. I kind of always figured he was this egotistical tyrant.
Oh, he totally was. But Thanos also understood that aspects of meditation could be useful to his cause.
Like focus?
Focus, increasing overall awareness, pain tolerance. He came up with a series of exercises, fun little games for me and Nebula to compete in as part of our training. The worst part was, we didn't even know what he was doing until it was too late.
What do you mean?
Thanos' brand of meditation warped us, turned us into hyper-focused weapons. That way we were numb to the horrors of his agenda.
Killing people.
Assassination is just a different name for murder.
So how did you cope?
We made puns. Bad, stupid jokes to shout as we were killing people. The more terrible, the better.
Here, I thought you just had a really lame sense of humor.
Oh, I do. But it was the only way to survive. And it was something we did together, a new kind of competition, just between me and Nebula, to see who can make the other laugh.
That's really messed up, and yet oddly endearing.
Yeah, well, even bad puns can only get you so far before your conscience catches up with you.
How did you end up living with the priests of Palma? They're not exactly your kind of crowd with the whole pacifism thing.
Mantis introduced me to them last year, when I needed to heal. They helped me in ways I didn't think were possible.
Helped? How?
I guess you could say I was broken. Thanos, the war, working as an assassin, it'd take a toll on you. By the time Mantis brought me there, I was ready to give up. I mean, I was miserable. Convinced I was beyond redemption or worth. I truly believed I deserved to die.
But you didn't. Die?
No. There was this boy there. A Khan.
The one you hugged in the village.
A Khan was like me. Lost. His parents had died in an accident. He was combative, rebellious, the opposite of a pacifist. The priest thought it would be a good idea for both of us to work through our scut together.
And was it?
At first, not really. He was a pain in the butt. But over time, we came to rely on each other. Thanos had taught me how to meditate in the functional sense, but not in the spiritual sense. Like how to work through my trauma. Caring for a Khan, he forced me to reflect and process. And together, through mutual support, Khan and I were able to overcome our demons.
Wow. I had no idea meditation could be so intense.
Or beneficial?
Well, yeah, that too. I guess I should give it a go sometime. Although I'm kind of scared of what I'll find.
Who knows? You might surprise yourself. I know I did.
Yeah, maybe.
Gamora Zanhubri, you wish to practice hand-to-hand techniques.
It's still weird when you say my actual name.
I am getting used to it.
We've come a long way since Murderous Sorceress. Wasn't it what you were calling me back on my first mission with the team?
Yes. At first I believed you had bewitched Peter Quill. I could see no other reason he would hire an assassin for a protection contract.
Really? No other reason than magic?
You could also have seduced him. He lacks mental fortitude in the presence of women.
True.
If I remember right, he spent most of that protection contract flirting with the waitress.
Hey, Rocket. Working on something?
I'm always working on something.
You're not listening to my tunes?
No, you turned the music on.
Then can I have my player back?
Why? You already got music playing.
Right. So you don't need the player to focus anymore.
You might turn it off.
Yeah, but
What part of I need to focus don't you get, Quill?
what do you need to focus on so badly anyway?
Something that might give us a way to get through the Armada around Sacrosanct. Just in case Lady Skullsuit doesn't show up in time.
Nice. What is it?
You'll see.
Peter Quill, spar with me.
I think I'll pass, Drax. I don't want to get tired before the real fight.
Tired. But this is the warm-up.
Not a bad idea. We don't know what's gonna happen when we get out of hyperspace. What if we get ambushed?
That's what guns are for.
Guns.
I think I preferred when you two didn't get along. Bet those moves are really going to impress Lady Hellbender.
I do not need to impress her. Besting the great Fin Fang Foom is proof enough of my combat skills.
Yeah, that would do it.
I'm not sure Lady Hellbender was really impressed with how we handled that fight. You know, since we accidentally killed that dragon before Groot revived him.
Would you not be impressed by a man slaying a dragon?
Maybe if he does it without my help.
Raker's going down this time, Gamora. I promise you.
And I promise you, I'm getting Nikki out of there. No matter what.
We will get her out.
Together.
Together.
Hey, Bug Lady. You see anything about this mission we should know about?
I don't see much. Or rather, I see too much. So many realities converging.
Does Lady Hellbender ever stand us up?
Only in a few versions. Usually when Star Guy does a bad speech. Oh, and also in one version where he grabs her butt.
Well, Bug Girl, how come you can understand Groot so well? You've only known him a few cycles.
Telenesin is a common language in some realities. The Chitauri don't always blow up Planet X.
I am Groot.
Yep. There's a dimension where I learned to speak it from a very aggressive compost vendor on Nowhere.
Groot loves compost.